So I woke up this morning and went and did a little bit of yoga, more like stretching. But I finished that and for the first time in several years, I would say 5 or 6 years, I felt this inner strength that I'm not used to. Well, it's not common in my life anyway, of late particularly. This inner power, this inner energy. And maybe it's because this week I have done more exercise than usual. I feel like I've done more exercise in the last week consistently than I have in the last 5 or 6 years as well. Not in total, but I've just done more in the last 5 days than what I usually would. I feel great this week. I've been able to get a couple of yoga sessions in, a run, and a couple of great walks and a swim actually. So it's been really good and very rare. That's very uncommon for me because I haven't been doing that, being consistent with my exercise at all. And I'm trying to look at what is it? Why this extra energy and power now? Like usually it takes, 50, 100 days, as everyone else tells me, when you do stop drinking to feel the benefits. And maybe I'm going to go through this big slump, and I'll certainly share it if I do. But I'm definitely feeling better than usual. And I was reflecting on it, and I think it's got nothing so much to do with stopping alcohol. That's a major component to it, of course. It's 50% that, but I think it's also 50% the fact that I've made the decision to never drink again. I think that's an enormous decision to make, and once made, brings so much peace of mind to the person that knows they're troubled by alcohol or any drug for that matter. The minute you clamp the foot down and commit to, I'll never ever drink again. Yeah, it still feels so strange saying that, but it just feels so right from a heart place. It's like I've been dying to say that for so long, but I haven't been game to say it because I've got so many fears of what I'm going to miss out on rather than what I'm going to gain. And I finally came to the conclusion in something extraordinary which happened to me on Friday night, again, which I'm going to share in high-level detail at day 365. I'm not going to share it yet. I just don't feel ready to share it yet, but I will. And I made a very clear decision and a commitment to myself that I'll never drink again. And actually, the next day, I was able to make that commitment to several people that I didn't know very well. I've since made that commitment to my brother, my wife, a couple of mates, and it just, every time I say it, it just feels right. It feels great. I feel empowered by it. And I think this power is coming from the decision. Whereas if I was on a 28-day no alcohol or a week off or something like this, there's no way actually do I believe I would have tapped this hidden or this inside energy that I experienced this morning. So I want to talk a little bit more about what is this inner power, because I actually understand it to some degree, and that's because I've been a business coach for 20 years, and I've been very blessed in this last 20 years because a lot of the people that I work with are very successful business owners. They're some of the leading business owners in Australia that run privately run companies. And one thing that I've learned with highly successful, particularly business owners, is they share something in common, and that is they share an energy. There's an energy about them. There's an aura about them. There's a frequency about them. There's a vibration about them. You've heard that saying, that person gives off a good vibe, or that person gives off a bad vibe. And I've done a lot of study in this space, and vibration's a word that I use quite often, which is if we raise our vibration level, we seem to increase our energy, and then we seem to do things a lot easier than someone with a low vibration. And it really is energy. It's to raise your vibration, you need to be feeling amazing. You need to be feeling grateful. You need to be excited about life. You need to be giving off this spark. And it's the exact opposite, isn't it, as to what alcohol does to us. I mean, alcohol for me, dims my light. It makes me feel like crap. It's the biggest form of sabotage from that exact energy. It's the exact opposite. And I know personally, I've been quite scared of that light, if you like. And as a result, I sabotage it. I've used alcohol. Certainly when I tap into that energy a little bit, often I'll go, "Ooh, that's too much, that's too heavy." Calm down, and I'll drink to pull me out of that insane energy, because it is a bit intense. I must admit, I'm a bit of an intense person. And alcohol often just dims it and shuts the brain off and allows me to just, hungover can often be quite relaxing because I don't have to get caught in my head, I guess. And it gets me into my heart and everything as well. But I remember back when I was 25, I really learned about this law of vibration from a great teacher. And he just showed us that the bigger the energy field, the more you'll attract into your life. I mean, as a business coach, we help business owners make more money, create more wealth, all of these types of things. And Brad Sugars was saying, like, you really need to work on amplifying this vibration. And I learned all about this. And one of the tools that he taught us to do this was through visualization. So finding something that you want to attain in your life and visualize it and feel it. And so I really, at this particular time, wanted to expand my business. And I was a franchise owner, but I wanted to buy a 10-pack of franchises with another guy. There's a mate of mine called Dave, and we both wanted to expand our business. And we needed $250,000 at the time. I was in debt. I was broke. There's no way I had that money. I didn't know anyone that had that money. David was the same. And so we decided to apply this technique that we just learned about, vibration and increasing our energy. And so each morning, Dave and I would sit down, true story, and we would visualize this $250,000 showing up in our lives magically, right? And we would do this each morning, and we probably did it about 7 or 8 times over a 2-week period. And we'd sit there, we'd feel it, we'd sense it, we'd celebrate it, and then we really knew what we wanted the money for. We're going to go and buy these 10 franchises and grow our business. And one day, one of our clients, was actually one of David's clients, said, "Look, can I have a meeting with you guys, you and Andrew, to Dave?" And so we booked a meeting, and Mike came in and he said, "Look, there's something about you guys." And he said, I'm sick of my business. He ran a furniture company. He said, "I want to become a business coach, but if I'm going to do it, I want to build a proper business." And he said, "Would you guys consider allowing me to buy in to whatever it is that you're doing?" And Dave and I just looked at each other really strangely, and I didn't say anything. I was sort of sitting on the side, and David ran this meeting, and he said, "Sure." And he said, "Well, you can buy in, but it's going to cost you $250,000. And I almost laughed. And Michael it was this big long pause. I remember it. It felt like about an hour. It was probably like 10 seconds. But Michael goes, "Sure, would you guys take cash?" And so we got the $250,000, and that gave us the money to go and buy the 10 franchises. And 2 years later, we had a business with 25 team members. We actually ended up buying another 10-pack in that next 2 years. It was a huge company. It was a multi-million-dollar company, and it was a crazy ride. I mean, my drinking even probably amped up in that next 2 years because I was partying harder than I was working. I was working very hard and then partying very hard on the weekends, and it led me to burning out. Actually, I'll share this story a bit later too, because I had a major shift in my life at this time. But the point I'm making here is that power, that energy, that vibration, you need to be really liking yourself. You need to be feeling good about life. You need to be feeling grateful. You need to be feeling on top of the world. You need to be feeling passionate. You need to be feeling certain, confident, and all these things. And over the last, 25 to 41, 16 years, alcohol's just smashed me, really. And as a result, I haven't allowed myself to really go back and do that. I've done that a couple of times, that manifesting, but I haven't bothered doing it because I haven't felt probably like I'm worthy of deserving that sort of thing, because I've been drinking so much. I've been numbing myself. And as a result, there's this subconscious maybe belief pattern going on saying, You know, why would I give myself permission to really go for what I want in life? Because I'm smashing myself, I'm hurting myself, I'm killing myself through alcohol. And I really feel, because I've now made this decision, which is so liberating, to quit forever, Man, it's so powerful that I now feel ready to start getting back into that stuff again. I feel that all these dreams and goals and I feel like I've got a second chance. It's a second chapter. I feel like I can take on so much more now and give so much more back to the world and achieve so much more and enjoy so many more experiences and just do really whatever I want because of this one bloody decision, this one fucking decision to quit alcohol. And I'm really excited about it. I really am. I'm of course I know at the moment I'm feeling good, and I'm feeling good because of the decision, and I'm prepared for the drops in the energy and all the stuff I'm going to have to deal with, because I know, I haven't really had a craving yet since this decision, and I've got patiently, I'll wait for it to come. I'm sure I'm going to share it with you when it does, but right now I'm going to just enjoy that little touch of power, of confidence, I feel like I've been given a gift, a second chance. And I'm excited, and I'm worthy of it, and I reckon you're worthy of it as well. So I'll keep you in touch, but for now, see you soon. Bye now.